Hey guys, welcome to the last essay of 4th grade. So this week we are talking about reflective thinking, which is one of our PYP key concepts, being reflective. So our quote is, reflective thinking turns experience into insight. So think about all the wonderful things you've learned over the past year, school year. Write about the most important thing you have learned in 4th grade. Explain how this will help you be better prepared for next school year. So when we broke this down, we looked up a few words. We looked up reflective, and that means thoughtful or deep thought. And insight is a deep understanding of a person or a thing. So in the first video, we talked about how we're kind of going through all the tenses. We're talking about past tense and then present tense, and then we're going into future tense. So we need to be super careful. Be careful with verb tenses. Okay, so we did our brainstorm, and I decided that the most important thing that I have learned this year is about self-talk, because that is something that my class has really worked hard on this year. So I came up here and I worked on my 2 supporting details. So my first supporting detail is at the beginning of the year, I started to learn about self-talk and how it affects you. While reflecting, I predict that positive self-talk will help me be successful in the next school year. So here's my introduction. I did write down that I need to restate the prompt and do the topic sentence, which I want you to do every time. Write that down. John C. Maxwell said, quotation, reflective thinking turns experience into insight. This quote means that you need to think about what you've gone through to be better prepared in the future. The most important thing that I have learned in 4th grade is the importance of positive self-talk. All right, so now we're going to go into SD1. I'm going to do my little squiggle so I know I'm going into a new paragraph, SD1. Now, I know I'm going to start with my R for reason. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just write that. At the beginning of the year, I learned about self-talk and its effects on us. All right, now I need to explain. So how am I going to explain this? Self-talk is the way you speak to yourself inside your head, and can be positive or negative. Now I need my example. For example, if you fall down and say to yourself, oh my gosh, I am so stupid, that is negative self-talk. Now I need my feeling or thought. I think, no. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is past tense. I learned about this. So instead of I think, I thought at the beginning of the year, that positive self-talk would make me more successful and happy throughout the year. All right, so you guys saw that I caught myself. I went to talk in present tense, and I'm not in present tense. That is all in past tense. Now on Friday, we're gonna go through and we're gonna highlight our verb tenses, or do it with marker or crayon or whatever, so that we are sure that it's correct. Now my second one was, while reflecting, I predict that positive self-talk will help me be successful in the next school year. So I'm gonna change that a little bit. SD2. Now that the school year is over, I need my R for reason. Now that the school year is almost over, I know how important self-talk is, comma, and how easy it, no comma, because I don't have another subject, and how easy it is to lapse into negative self-talk. Explain. As I reflect, I realize that self-talk is something I will always have to keep in check. For example, just because I speak kindly to myself now, right now, it doesn't mean I will never be mean to myself. And then feeling or thought, going into now I'm going into future tense. So this is my present tense reflecting. Now feeling or thought, I'm going into future tense. So going into the next school year, I want to be sure to do check-ins with myself so my self-talk doesn't slide negatively. All right, so what I did here, I went from past tense, this is how I started the year, and then here I kind of started with present tense, and then as I go forward, I want to make sure that this is something I'm always checking in on, making sure that I'm doing a good job. All right, so conclusion. And we know we need to restate, prompt, and summarize. Okay, so I always want to go back to my prompt. So I'm going to go back to the most important thing. The most important thing I have learned in 4th grade is the importance of self-talk. I know now that this is something I will work on continuously. I believe this will help me be successful next year and in life. All right, so I went back to the prompt. I went back to the most important thing I've learned in 4th grade, and I went back to the part about being prepared. So I might change that to prepared because that's what the prompt said. Help me be prepared for next year and life. All right, so Friday we will go through and we will color code our verbs, and when we're doing cups, when we get to the usage part, we're gonna make sure that all of our verbs are in the right spot. Okay guys, get your organizers done and I will see you Friday. Have a great day. Bye.